Okay, so we may start with the class as soon as possible. Hello. Okay, Nidia has finished writing her homework. Oh, well, almost finished because there were 5 sentences, right? We're going to wait for Carla for her homework, and then we will start the class. Okay, Nidia has finished. Carolina, please send your homework. Okay, you weren't in last class. Okay, then we're going to start with the grammar review for this class. Okay, don't worry. We're going to start for the grammar review of this class. Last class we saw some tenses, some simple tenses. In this class we're going to see, or we're going to perfect tenses. We're going to work with perfect tenses. We're going to start with the first tense, that is the simple. The present perfect simple. The present perfect simple express two kind or two different actions: unfinished actions and finished actions. How long? I've known Karen since 1994. She's lived in London for 3 years. Use with since 2010, since July, for 10 years, for 3 days. This refers to time expressions, right? These are time expressions that we use in the present perfect simple. We use this tense when we want to finish actions or states or habits that started in the past and continue to the present. Usually we use it to say how long, and we need since and for. We often use state verbs, like the example that I read for you. I've known Karen since 1994. Since 1994. She's lived in London for 3 years, and I work here for 6 months. We use since and for to state how long this has been happened. We use since with a fixed time in the past. We we match or we use since with 2004 or since April 23rd or since last year. The fixed time can be another action, which is the past simple, since I arrived. Like for example, I've known Sam since 1992. I like chocolate since I was a child, and she's been here since 2 p.m. Now, for, when are we going to use for, or how we're going to use for? We're going to use it with a period of time, like for example, 2 hours, 3 years, 6 months. I've known Julie for 10 years, for example, or I've been hungry for hours, or she's had a cold for a week. That's how we're going to use for. Now, with finish action, life experience sorry, these are actions or events that happen sometime during a person's life. We don't say when the experience happened, and the person needs to be alive now. We often use the words ever and never. Okay, like for example, I have been to Tokyo. They have visited Paris 3 times. We have never seen that film. Okay, now with an unfinished time word, this, for example, this month, this week, or today, the period of time is still continuing. It means that it's an ongoing action. I haven't seen her this month. Probably I will see her tomorrow. We don't know. She's drunk. She's drunk 3 cups of coffee today. Probably she will drink more. We don't have way to know. I've already moved house twice this year. I'm not sure that won't be a fourth, right? We can use the present perfect with a finished time word. Like, for example, I've seen him yesterday. That's incorrect. A finished action with a result in the present. We often use the present perfect to talk about something that happened in the recent past. But that is still true for important, sorry. Sometimes we can pass simple here, especially in how is it called? Grammar in usual. It's like when we talk, okay? Like for example, I've lost my keys, so I can get into my house. I've lost my keys. She's hurt her leg. Play tennis today. She's she's hurt her leg. They've missed the bus, so they will be late. We can also use the present perfect to talk about something that happened recently, even if there isn't a clear result in the past. This is common when we want to introduce news, and we often use the words just, yet, already, recently. However, the past simple is also correct in these cases, especially one more time when we in grammar. How is it called? Grammar in use when we talk. The Queen has given a speech. I've just seen Lucy. The mayor has announced a new plan for the railway. Okay. A question so far, girls? Okay. Unfinished means that it starts an action, but you aren't sure. Sorry, but aren't sure if it has already finished or continues. Oh, sorry, that means ongoing. Unfinished means that it hasn't finished. It has not finished yet. Okay, it hasn't finished. That mean unfinished. Okay, now in this tense we use a lot been, the words been and gone. In this tense we use both been and gone as the past participle of go, but in slightly different circumstances. We use been often when we talk about the life experience, sorry, to mean that the person we are talking about visited the place and came back. Like for example, I've been to Paris. That means that in my whole life I've been to Paris, but now I'm in London where I live now. Or she has been to school today, but now she's back at home. She went and came. She's back at home. They have never been to California. They always been here. They have never visited California. We use gone often when we are talking about an action with a result in the present to mean that the person went to the place and it's in the place right now. Like for example, where's John? He's gone to the shops. It means that he is still at the shop now. Julie has gone to Mexico. It means that maybe she used to live here, but now she lives in Mexico, or now she's in Mexico. And they've gone to Japan for 3 weeks. It means that right now they are right there in Japan. In other case, we would use been because remember, been means that you went and came back, and gone means that you are there. You're still there. Okay. Any questions so far? Carolina, Catalina. Oh, Carolina, sorry. I confused your name with Catalina. Welcome, Catalina. For example, she was here, but she doesn't live here. No, like, for example, I've been to Paris. To Paris twice, right? I to Paris. I wrote it like that. I've been to Paris twice, right? I've been to Paris twice. It means that maybe for a vacation, I I traveled to Paris. I I stayed there, and then I came back. And then for another vacations, I traveled to Paris again, and I traveled back. That's the meaning of being. Instead of, for example, if I tell, if I'm still in Paris and you ask, like, for example, you ask to Catalina, Carolina, you ask to Catalina, Catalina, you know where is Miss Trisha? And she answers you, she's gone, she's gone to Paris for 3, she's gone to Paris for 3 weeks. It means that I'm in Paris right now while you're talking. I'm in Paris. I'm not in Mexico, right? The present perfect simple isn't cualquier sujeto del singular plural o que estuvo. What is that? I didn't understand your text, Carolina. Okay. Yes, we're not talking about the tense. We're talking about been and gone. There are words or verbs that we use currently in the present perfect simple. Okay? I trust that you know how to form the present perfect simple, right? You know the structure, right? Yes, okay. Who can tell me how can we form the present perfect simple? Nobody? Okay. No? Okay, I'm going to give you a clue. We use have, has, plus the past participle of some verbs. You see? Let me just move this part. Have, has, plus the past participle of the verb. In past participle, we have two types of, or past in our, in, for example, in a verb sheet. Let me check if I have a sheet here. Um, you have the base form of the verb. You have the base form. You have the past simple form, and you have, oh, I don't have it, and you have the past participle. The past participle is the form that we're going to use here. Not just only in past, it's the past participle. Let me share with you a verb sheet that I have here. I have it somewhere, but I have it. Here it is, I guess. Here it is. Yes, Emilia, I have drunk soda instead of drink. Oh, here it is. We have the infinitive form or the base form of the verb. Usually used in simple present. Well, not for the be. The be has another form. But we have become, became. That's the past simple, and the past participle is become. Begin, begun, begun. Bring, brought, brought. Buy, bought, bought. Choose, choose. Come, came, come. She has gone to London for 3 years. Yes. She has lost a lottery. Okay, that. Okay, just remember when are we use since and for. She has a student since 1999. Very good. Very good, Elizabeth. Okay, just to make just to clarify what you were asking, we're not using we are not using past simple in our tense. That's a next. We're not using past simple. We're using past participle. You see? That is what we're going to use. Like you said, have, has, and the past participle. Of course, you have in your structure you have to add complement, right? Sorry, you have to add the subject. Subject plus have or has. When are we going to use have and when are we going to use has? I know that, or I believe that you already know, right? You know the difference between has and have. This structure, that's what I was going to tell you right now. This is for a affirmative form. The negative form, the negative form is subject plus have, has, because it depends of the subject, plus not, plus the past participle. Verb in past participle. Okay. And now, has he, she. Very good. Now, negative form. We have the negative form. Now, the interrogative form. How we're going to use the interrogative form? Interrogative form. Okay, in interrogative form, we have to do something that it's called inversion. This means that we usually use our subject and then the auxiliary verb in this case that is have and has. You see, subject, have, has. In this case, we're going to invert the order of the things. Means that we're going to start with have or has plus plus the subject plus the verb in past participle and the complement, right? No, Carolina, that is simple, present simple. Okay. Now, this is the structure. It's only the structure. I'm going to do something better. I'm going to open a board for all of us, and you see. Now, here I have my structure, affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Now I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, but not with red. There it is. I like that color. No. Okay, here it is. Patricia has gone to Paris for the holidays. Patricia has gone to Paris for the holidays. Wait, Emilia, Elizabeth. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to make the examples, and if you have a question, type on the chat. But you will get a chance to write your own examples here. Okay. Meanwhile, go thinking about them. Patricia has gone to Paris for the holidays. That is my affirmative sentence. My negative sentence would be Patricia oops, hasn't gone to Paris for the holidays. Holidays means festivals, like for example Christmas or Easter. It's also a holiday. Don't forget to check your layout, the periods, and start with capital letter N. Of course, has Patricia gone to Paris for the holidays? Has Patricia gone to Paris for the holidays? We have taken an English class. Okay, very good. Now, give me your example. I'm going to click on share. You're supposed to have right now the controls of the board. Write your own sentences. Okay. Do the exercise in the board, please. Type here if you have any, okay? Because I won't be able to check your participation if you type and type and type and type because in all his forms, yes. I know, Catalina. Write them here, please, because I guess, um, I've chat already, okay? Because we have another exercise to do about this, but that exercise you're going to answer it in the chat. Right now, I need your sentences here on the or in the board here. You can write on the board. Try to use a different color and remember to write your name. So I will know whose participation. Okay. Okay, I'm going to help you because um I guess it's Carolina. Carolina, if you get the T from text, you can write on the board, okay? Emilia, the T. Use the T. It stands for text, so okay, don't worry. I'm going to try to erase the letters that are here. Yeah, don't worry, Carolina. Just type your answers. Don't worry. You're learning to use this. This tool is for you to type like all together, to work together at the same time. You just have to click on the T, change the color, and start writing your sentences. Okay, I'm going to lend this for Carolina. Carolina. Here is your participation. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? I'm going to make them smaller. Click on the T. Carolina, and I guess this is Catalina. Catalina. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Catalina. Catalina, drop the pencil. Carolina, drop the pencil. Don't write with the pencil. With the T. It has a T there. You have John, and then you have the pencil, and then you have the eraser. The T that is behind the eraser, you have to click on it so you can type. Elizabeth. What are you doing, Elizabeth? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing with you. Yeah, because I don't know what you're doing. You have a lot of tools there. Don't click on the pencil. Click on the T so you can write. Like if your controllers or if your control are the same than mine, the T must be under the eraser. Okay? Okay, I'm going to open the board for you again. Okay. You see, if I click on the eraser, when I get into the board, I get an eraser. If I click on the pencil, when I get into the board, I got a pencil. If I click to John, I can select. I have the cursor, the normal pointer. But if I click on T, I get to write. Ah, very good. Great. Yeah, it's really difficult for everybody to write with a pencil. It's okay, Carolina, Catalina, and I guess this is Elizabeth, right? Yes, this must be Elizabeth, right? 1, 2. Oh, what happened? Nidia. Who's Elizabeth then? Elizabeth isn't participating? Okay, Nidia. Sorry, Nidia, and thank you. Okay, I'm going to give you Elizabeth. 1, 2, 3. There you are. Elizabeth, drop the pencil. Remember, if you click on the pencil, you get the pencil. If you click in the eraser, you get the eraser. If you click on the T, you get a different pointer. Elizabeth. I'm helping you, Elizabeth. Just click on the T. It says text. It must be around here. You see my pointer is in and out. That's my controller. I don't know. Very good, Elizabeth. Okay, Nidia. You've chosen this course. He hasn't gone at school since 2000. Sorry. Well, yeah, 2015. Have you lived here for 2 years? Okay, yeah, well, it works. Samantha has been in California. Okay, when you say that she has been, you don't need to make the emphasis when or how. So it would be only Samantha has been in California. There, that's okay. Samantha has not been in California. Remember the word that we were going to use here. Samantha has not been in California, or has not ever been in California. Has Samantha been in California the last year? Or just has Samantha been in California? My brother has done the exercise. We can specify the math exercise. My brother has not done the math exercise. Ejercicio de matemáticas, right? That's what you mean. Has my brother done the math exercise? Remember, we started with capital letters. And the other way around, we don't use like all the... Remember, we have to take care of our layout. You are preparing for a test that it's very important to be clear in the layout in the exam. Okay, my brother has not done the math exercise. Has my brother done the math exercise? My sister has taken an interesting course. Has my sister taken an interesting? Okay, would be the other way around. Has my sister has not taken an interesting course because it's affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Okay, Elizabeth, but they are correct. Has taken an interesting course. Has my sister taken an interesting course? Has my sister? Sorry, my sister has not taken an interesting course. Okay, very good. I guess you get the grammar now. So let's go to the exercise. I have an exercise here. Let me know if you see it. And you're going to answer this exercise that I'm going to project right now in your screen in the chat. I wish we can all answer it here, but we cannot do that. Okay. Says make defect. Choose positive, negative, or question. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do only the 6. Sorry, 7. There. We're only going to make the 7. I go to the library. You have to change the verb, and you have to add what you must to make the present perfect here, okay? And of course, you have to unscramble the word. Remember to send all of your answers together, okay? Send all of your answers together. Like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go on till you finish with your exercises, okay? Carolina, the 7 sentences together. Okay, oh, yes. Thank you, Carolina. Elizabeth, the 7 sentences together. Okay? Okay. Yes, just 7. Very good, Nidia. I want you to answer or to type your answers like Nidia has just written. Nidia already take a class with me. She was yesterday in the complete class. So I'm going to use you, Nidia, as an example. Okay? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know some verbs. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know you are getting used to the platform, so don't worry. Very good, Nidia. Okay, I saw that somebody else typed their answers. Emilia, I guess they are your answers. They are everywhere. Put them all together. Only 7. Yes, Emilia. Okay, you finished. Catalina. Okay, we are waiting for Elizabeth and Carolina. Don't worry, you have like around 10 minutes to do this exercise. Okay. I have gone to the library today. You have kept a pet for 3 years. Have you eaten Thai food before? Remember, question mark. Has it raining all day? Very good. Have we not ever forgot to invite? We have not heard that song already. He has not forgotten his books. Finished. Okay, very good. I guess somebody is missing, right? Somebody is missing, right? From you is Carolina, Catalina, and Nidia. I've gone to the library today. You've kept a pet for 3 years. Have you eaten Thai food before? Has it rained all day? Or have we forgotten to invite? Very good. We have not heard that song already. Okay. I guess somebody is missing. I guess Elizabeth is missing. So we're going to start. I'm going to start to give the answers to the exercise. Okay. The first one would be I have been to the library today. I have been to the library today. Number two, you have kept a pet for 3 years. You have kept a pet for 3 years. Very good. Number three, you have, well, would be have you eaten Thai food before? Have you eaten, oops, oops, what happened? Have you eaten Thai food before? With a question mark. Been or gone? Which one? I have been to the library today. I have been because remember that been is that you went to the library and you came back. Right? Like for example, maybe you went to the library only to pick up a book. So I have been in the library today. It means I went and I came back home. It doesn't mean that you're still in the library. I know what you're asking. Has it rained all day? But it could be like that too. Has it rained all day? Okay. Who have we forgotten to invite? Nidia, I guess she got it right. Okay. Who? When we have who, when the WH questions or the information questions, they go first. They go first, okay? We forgot about using our auxiliary verb first. When we have when, who, which, when, we have to use it first. In this case, who have we forgotten to invite? satisfied. Number 6. Okay. We haven't heard that. We haven't heard that song. Don't forget the period, the commas, everything. And number 7, the last one, right? Like that. The last one was he hasn't forgotten his book. This was easy, right? He hasn't forgotten his book. Okay, check your answers. I'm going to leave it like this. Check your answers. And when you were finished for the next topic, we will continue. I have been to the library. I have been to the library. Okay, one more time. Can be, has not, or hasn't. It's positive or hasn't. Can be, has. Oh, okay. But remember that the present perfect, we are not going, in this case, we're not going to change the verb because it's correct. Remember, it depends on the use. Okay? You cannot stay in the library too long. Okay? In this case, remember that it's talking about an action that it's finished. I have been to the library today because if you write, I have gone to the library today, it wouldn't be correct because it's an ongoing action. Then you could say, for example, I'm in the library, because you are in the library right now. So that's why you change the gone, because I know what you mean. You're telling me that because instead of be, you have go, right, in this part. But remember that in the perfect tenses, it's about meaning, not about the use of the verb or the exactly verb. That's why we have here, I have been to the library today. It means that you finished that already. In other case, you rather say, I am in the library. Okay, you cannot say, I have gone to the library. Yeah, who asked me first? It was somebody else who asked me. Nidia. Nidia asked me too that. Okay, check your answers. I know that you got for granted with the go, but check your answers and let me know if you have any other question besides this one. We can move on to the next exercise. Sorry. No, Elizabeth, you. Okay. Um, I know that probably this is your first class. The classes are in the following way. You can listen to me, but I can't listen to you. Not because you don't have microphones. I understand that some of you has earphones with the micro on. So what you have to do in this case is to type your questions in the chat. Okay? So I can read them and I can answer to your question. Okay? As Seni isn't a okay, type it. Yes, the reason I was explaining to Nidia is that if I open all your microphones, type it. Okay. Okay, in Spanish. I'm going to say it in Spanish. Esa es la función o es la dinámica de las clases. Ustedes me pueden escuchar y me pueden ver y pueden ver la pantalla. Pero si tienen alguna duda o alguna participación la tienen que escribir en el chat. No puedo abrir los micrófonos de todas porque en sí, como todas están en lugares diferentes, hay algunas personas que están no desde la comodidad de su casa, sino desde un ciber. Entonces hay mucha contaminación de audio. Si yo les abro el micrófono a todas, van a escuchar que al perro, que al que pasa del gas, que al bebé que está hablando, que ya se nos cayó algo, que las sabritas que nos estamos comiendo, se escucha todo. Sí, se lo juro, se escucha todo. Entonces es una contaminación de audio y luego no la escuché, Miss. Se lo repito otra vez. Miss, pone el audio otra vez. Cuando estamos trabajando con audios, Miss, es que pasa el del gas, lo puede poner otra vez. Entonces, y pues todos escuchan, o sea, si abro el micrófono de Elizabeth, todo lo que está sucediendo en la casa de Elizabeth lo vamos a escuchar. Emilia, Nidia, este, Carolina y viceversa lo que sucede. Ahora imagínate, hay ruido en tres casas, vamos a escuchar todo. Yes, Carolina. No, y luego que hay gente que pone su música y no respeta. En el curso anterior sí lo hicimos. It's a joke. Okay. Ah, okay. Bueno, yo lo hago así por la situación de la contaminación de audio de todos ustedes. Si me quieren escribir algo, me lo escriben aquí en el chat and I would read it. Okay? Okay, Elizabeth, what is the problem? Si no seríamos bolas también. Claro que sí, Elizabeth. En este tiempo. No. Ok. Una de las razones por las cuales el curso se les da en inglés es porque si ustedes piensan en español y traducen todo, se les va a dificultar bastante. Ahora, eh, los tiempos perfectos son más bien de uso y de significado. Acuérdense que les dije al principio del present perfect, present tiempo. Unfinished and finished actions. I have been. Aquí estamos hablando de una finished action, no de una unfinished action. Estamos hablando de una finished action. Life experience. I've been in Tokyo. Ese es el ejemplo, ¿no? En esta es una finished action. I have to the library today. En caso de que yo la cambiara por gone, acuérdate que Eso significa que es una unfinished action. This means, esto significa que tú sigues en la library. Entonces, en lugar de decir I've gone to the library, simplemente dirías I am in the library. ¿Ya? Por eso se cambia en el caso a been. I have been to the library today. Quiere decir que yo ya fui y ya volví. The library. No me quedé ahí. ¿Ya? Ok. Sí, yo sé que les causa confusión esta parte por la situación del go y lo quisieran traducir así, pero no tendría caso decirlo de esa manera. You rather say I am in the library. Ok. Quiere decir que no has vuelto, ya te quedaste. You're still there. I have been to the library today. Por eso utilizamos el been en esta situación. You're welcome. Pero no siempre. Ok. No siempre va a ser. Solamente cuando se trate en algo que signifique que tú estás en ese lugar, already. Que tengas que cambiar, vaya, que es más viable o gramáticamente correcto utilizar el presente simple que el present continuous, right? Porque si tú sigues en la library, si tú estás en la library, pues instead of using the present perfect utilizas el present yes, Elizabeth, porque estamos utilizando el present perfect, no el simple present. El simple present, de hecho, lo vimos en la clase anterior. Okay. Now let's go to the next tense because we were supposed to get till the past perfect, but I guess we're not going to get to the past perfect right now. Okay, let's continue. Let me close the board and continue with the next. We have the present perfect continuous. Okay, this follows a structure like this one. But can you tell me the difference between present simple and present perfect simple or present perfect and present perfect continuous? Who knows the difference? Who knows the structure between one or who knows this structure? Well, I know that all of you already know that the structure because what's that? I just discovered I can write arrows. I didn't know that. Okay. This is the structure for the present perfect. Let me erase it. Oh. Yes, there are different for have or has. Being? Are you sure it's being? Elizabeth? Instead, right? Instead of have or has, we have another auxiliary verb, so to say. Okay. Well, before we start, or you start telling me the okay, but there is something missing in your structure, Elizabeth. But you are really, really close. Just you're missing something. You're following the structure. You have your subject and you have or has, and then you have been, and then the verb with ing. Very good. Ing form, right? Now, it's not pretty different, the negative structure, because we have our subject, we have our have, or has, plus our been. We have to type been, plus, oh, sorry. Now, it's not been plus ing, oh, sorry, verb in ing form. Okay, and how are we going to make the inversion to make the questions in this case? If you want to refresh, oh no, we don't have I was going to tell you, look at the present continuous picture or mind map that we have here. We have both unfinished and finished action. Remember that it depends on the meaning. Present result. I've been working. That's why I'm tired. Unfinished actions. How long and temporary situations. I've been living in London for 2 years. She's been working here since 2004. We use with since 2010, since July, for 10 years, for three days. I've been going to the gym a lot recently. That is a temporary situation, right? Because it doesn't mean that only because you are doing it recently, it means that you're going to do it like forever, right? This is very common in January, right? Everybody is into the gym and on diet, but it's a temporary situation because most of us drop the diet and drop the gym in February. That's why we use recently. Okay, for the unfinished actions. To say how long for an unfinished actions which started in the past and continue to the present, we use or we often use with for and since. Like the example that we have here. I've been living in London for 2 years. She's been working here since 2004. And we've been waiting for the bus for hours. This use is very similar to how we use the present simple. And often it's possible to use either tense. It means that you can use both of these tense in this case. Of course, with stative verbs, we can use the present perfect continuous. I've been here for hours instead of I've been being here for hours. That's incorrect. Okay? So in case that I don't know, we have an example where we have the 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 verb, sorry, and you want to convert that verb to being, you don't have to change it. I mean, you don't have to repeat it. You have to use it only the been. I've been here for hours. That's it. Not I've been being here for hours. That's incorrect. For temporary habits or situations, the action started in the past and continues to the present in the same way as we use number one, like the thing that I just explained to you. But we don't answer to the questions about how long. So in this use, we're going to answer that questions. We use a word like recently. I've been going to the gym a lot recently. They've been living with his mother while they look for a house. And I've been reading a lot recently. This is very similar use of the present continuous for temporary habits, and often either tense is possible. There are going to be some opportunities and some sentences when you can. Yes, Carolina, why are you missing in the structure? Been. Yes. Like Elizabeth said, have you been working? Let me explain to you. It's like okay, I'm going to manage it like this. For continuous tenses, we always use the verb to be, right? Or I'm going to put it like this. For continuous tenses, I'm going to open this. We usually use ing form. But for this form, we also get to use the verb to for continuous tenses. This is, for example, for present simple, right? Present simple. No, that's a lie. It's for present continuous. For we have what are the past tense, or which is the past tense or the of the verb to be? Those are the ones we use in the past continuous. Nope. That's yes, Elizabeth. Was and where. That's participle, the one that you told me, Carolina. You see? I was a student in the 1993, or I was a kid in the 1993, or I was studying in Paris last year. Yes, I wish, right? I wish I didn't study in Paris last year. Okay, but the past participle, that is the one that we are using here, is okay. So if an example, we get to see. That's what I was explaining to you. We get to see the be in one of our examples. I know that the translation, or what would you think, is that okay, we have to. I'm looking for my. We have to use the ing form of be. So I'm going to write being. So I'm going to write I been being waiting. No, this is incorrect. We're not going to use it this way. In this case, we're just going to use been. Okay? This is incorrect. We are not going to use it like that. We have to erase this. I've been waiting for hours. You see? Okay. I was working. Yes, Elizabeth, I was working. Okay? So if you see the be in your sentences, remember not to change it, or not to add the ing. You have to write it like this. I've been waiting for hours, because this it's already verb to be. Okay? Let's go to our exercise. Oh, sorry, to our structure. I didn't write the structure. And I didn't finish to explain to you. Okay, let me just close with the finished actions, okay? Those are actions that we recently stopped, okay? It could be that the whole action can be unfinished, but we're talking about finished actions. And have a result which we can often see, hear, or feel in the present. We don't use a time word here. Like, for example, I'm so tired I've been studying. You see? It's the result that you can feel, hear, or see in the present. I'm so tired. I've been studying. I've been running. I'm really hot. It's been raining, so the pavement is wet. The present perfect simple has a very similar use, which focuses on the result of the action, whereas the present perfect continuous focuses in the action itself. Okay? Now, let's go. Let's go to our sentences. Yes, okay. Oh, this is, we're going to do our inversion. Has our subject and the being plus ing form. Verb and ing form. There it is. Have you been waiting too long, for example? Okay. Do you want to take notes of this or something? Or we can get to the very good part, the exercises. Okay. We're going to do it like like we did it in the past. Let me read this. Yes, I want to erase this part. I trust that already that you know already how to use the board, so we're not going to take too much time. You're going to give me your examples of the use of the structure. Remember, type your name before you start with your participation. Oh, sorry. I wanted to make another one. Okay, remember to type your name. I'm going to help you and I'm going to write your names here for you so you won't get to. Okay, this is for Elizabeth. You like purple, Elizabeth? Okay, and you give me your three examples. Oh, sorry. Yes, you like purple. Very good. Okay, I'm going to use pink for Catalina. How many examples? Only one in each form. What am I doing? You were purple. That you were purple. Now, I want to be pink for Catalina. Catalina is going to pink. One, two, three. There is Catalina. I'm going to open I'm going to share the board with you. Elizabeth and Catalina can start already. And this is for, okay, okay. Carolina, Carolina, one, two, three. Catalina, Carolina, y Nidia is missing, right? I'm going to leave. I want a nice blue color for you. I like aqua. This, Nidia, Nidia. One, two, three. You know what? I was telling Nidia last class that about that you already that you already had taken some classes with Mr. Mario, and I was asking her how was the dynamic and uh, those kind of things, and she told me, "No, I have never, I have never taken a class with Mr. Mario," and I said, like, really? But the thing is that that you have taken some classes, and she told me, "No, no, no," but I didn't ask him anything. And right now that Elizabeth is telling me, I guess he mean you, and I don't know who else. Um, remember that we are in a you're in a different level right now. The this is only the structure, but it doesn't contemplate or it doesn't add the complement. It's missing complement. Remember that the complement says who, when, how, with who, how much, how many. It has more information. I'm going to write complement. Complement. Okay? Carolina, you're yelling at us. With capital cases, you're yelling at us. Like Catalina, have you eaten fish all day? Her complement is all day. She's adding that information all day. You have not been eating fish all day. Have you been eating fish all day? Yes. In the UK. I haven't been working in the office. Has he been sleeping all? Yeah, nigga, what? Nidia. All night. Carolina. Ah, capital. Well, it's like oh, on the internet, right? Some people say that when you type in capital letters, because you're jelly, right? When you're really, really mad and you want to people to know, you type case. I'm making you small, Elizabeth. Okay, so we can get to see your whole sentence. There you are. She has been living in New York for 3 years. She has not been living in New York. Has she been living in New York for 3 years? No. She has cooking chicken. Yeah, it was. Don't worry. She has been cooking chicken for a week, right, Carolina? I have been drinking beers all night long. I have been drinking beer like this. I have been drinking beer. They have not been making their homework. Carolina, wait for Friday. Today is Thursday. Wait for Friday. And then we both have been drinking beers all night long, okay? Maria has been sitting in the UK. I haven't been working. Okay, you have already. Okay, you have it. Let's go to the exercise, okay? Let me open the exercise. All of your sentences are correct. Okay, we're going to work only with present continuous negative, with the negative form and the positive form. Oh, why is my camera closed? You cannot see me, right? Okay. Okay, make the present perfect continuous positive or negative. Okay, so use more sentences this time. We have 7. We're going to make it till 9 now. 8. Okay. No, you can. Okay. Let me. I have low internet. Sorry. Low signal. Okay, that's why the camera is turned off. Okay. We are 4, right? 1 and 2 are for 1 and okay. 1 and 2 are for Carolina. Carolina. 3 and 4. Sentences 3 and 4 are for Catalina. Sentences 5 and 6 are for Elizabeth. And sentences 7 and 8 are for Nidia. Okay? Great. You may start. You see my camera? It's because of the low connection. I'm going to turn it off. You won't be able to see me, but you will be able to listen to me, okay? In hopes you don't get my voice cut off. Okay. Emilia says number 10, number 4. You have been eating a lot recently. We have not been in London for 6 months. Yes. Sorry. All of these are positive. All of these are positive, okay? All of these are positive. I have been working for 5 years. A ver, Carolina answer, Elizabeth answer, answer, Nidia answer. Very good. This is faster, right? This way it's faster. Okay, number 1. She worked here for 5 years. Okay. Oh, why cannot get the... Let me. I'm going to... She has been working here for 5 years. She has been working... Oh, wait. Something missing. Remember always to use the capital letter at the beginning and to write it at the end. Okay, number 2. Number 2, I have been studying all day. I have been all day. Whoosh. All day. And I have been studying all day. That ah, eating a lot recently. I did one affirmative form, another in negative form. Yes, I was telling you that they were all active. In the second page, we have the negative form. You have been eating a lot recently. That's why I was telling. No, these are negative. These are all positive. Sorry, I was telling you. These are all positive. But don't worry, you get to in the next exercise. I'm going to give you 2 sentences to each one, and you're going to answer the sentences for me, but in this time they're going to be negative. Okay? Number 4, we have been living in London for 6 years. In London, oh, for 6 years. Recently, I forgot the recently period. Living in London. This one. Number 5, he played football, so he's tired. He has been playing football. So he's tired. On playing football. Well, not you, because you know that this his stands for he has. But some people may get confused when he's been playing football, so he's tired, and they may think that it's verb to be again, or that you use verb to be in both cases. Not the, you can also use the short form, the his short form, for he has been playing football. You can use both. We're going to leave it like that so we won't get any confusions here, okay? They have been learning English for 2 years in this case. Ah, they have been learning English for 2 years. This this tense is easy, right? They have been learning English because we are not using. Some people gets the perfect tenses confusing or hard because we don't have or we don't manage all the verb forms or all the verbs and the form that we use in this case. In the case of the perfect tense, in the present perfect, for example, that is the participle, the past participle, because some of them are the same, some of them are different, and some of them change according to the British English and American English. And some of you learn the British way, and some of you learn the American way. But don't worry. In this case, we are using the verb with ing, so this is easier, right? Or it seems for me that it's easier. I have been cooking. In this case, I have been cooking, so I'm really hot. Cooking, so I'm really hot. Why? Because we don't have really a separation here. We have cooked, so I'm really hot. I have been cooking, so I'm really hot. Last, right? That is number 9. She has been going to the cinema every weekend for years. She has every weekend for years. For years. I was expecting we can get to make the negative. Check your answers. I don't have a good signal right now. I still have signal. Check your answers and we're going to the homework, okay? May I change the page, girls? If you have any question or doubt, tell me. Yes. Okay, great. Let's change. Emilia, yes. Nidia, yes, yes. Carolina, okay, great. Okay, this is for homework. In this part, you see that we have the negative form. I'm not going to ask you to do all of them because that will be too much. I'm going to ask you to do only from number 11 to number 15. Yes, this is the negative. This is the negative. This is the negative. You're going to do from 11 to 15 in negative form as a homework. Okay? So you can take a screenshot of this. Just let me know when you're ready. By the way, we didn't check the homework today. No, wait. This is not true. 250. There. This is our homework. Okay? Let me know when you finish your taking shot. Okay, let me know so we can say your farewells or goodbyes. Okay. Nidia has finished. Emilia has finished. Elizabeth says, okay. I guess you finished, right? You already took the screenshot. Okay, Nidia, goodbye. I'm going to, don't worry, if you don't have a space or you don't know how to make a screenshot or I don't know, you don't have the, okay? You finish. Okay. Carolina, Elizabeth, Catalina, and Nidia has been a pleasure. I see you next. Adios, Carolina. Okay. Take care. See you next Tuesday. Bye bye.